Have you ever had that moment where maybe you have a special date coming up? Maybe you have a job interview or a special event where you're seeing old friends. Maybe you're running into your ex later. I don't know. And you start racking your brain about what you're gonna wear. You're putting together these outfits in your head and you need it to just hit, right? You need it to be hot, you need it to be authentically you, and at the very freaking least, you need it to fit properly. We've all been there. And so today, if you couldn't tell by the thumbnail, I am hitting you with the #1 style hack to dress your body better using body type science mixed with celebrity examples. It's gonna be really fun. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Simone, and this is Halo Image and Energy Consulting, where we merge the worlds of personal style and personal development to help women with big dreams get to their next best level in life. And I do that through color analysis, closet edits, personal styling, event styling, sometimes a little personal shopping. So if you're interested in learning how to use what you got to get what you want using personal style as a tool, then just keep watching. And so like I was saying, when you are trying to make a good impression and use your outfit to do that, or you simply just want to find what works best for you, there's a trick in the book that is as old as time that I love to use, and that's going to be step 1, knowing your body type and shape, and step 2, finding a celebrity who is of your similar shape, build, and style aesthetic, and looking to that celebrity to figure out exactly what types of looks, silhouettes, outfits flatter your body type best. Because honestly, think about it. These celebrities, when they're on the red carpet, when they're in their street style, their paparazzi looks, they have been curated by PR people, stylists, managers to look their best all the time. That's literally their job, right? And so looking to these celebrities with your similar style and body type will help you know what kind of clothes are automatically going to look good on you, so you can save time, you can save effort, and you can have this kind of interesting model to mimic and secure the most flattering looks for your specific body type. So if you're on this channel, I'm assuming that you know that there are generally about 5 different body shapes. I'm not really talking about the Kibbe body type system. That is a whole other can of worms. I'm talking kind of basic body types here. And so those basic body types are going to be pear, apple, rectangle, inverted triangle, and hourglass. And today in this video, we're just going to be covering 3, the hourglass, the rectangle, and the apple body shape. And then in part 2, we will get into pear and inverted triangle. But before we get started with the first body type and those style examples, please be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification so that you're notified when I post new videos. I have the goal of getting this channel to 1,000 subscribers this year. It's been a long road, like learning how to do YouTube, make videos, make content. I don't feel like it's my natural inclination, but I've been enjoying it so far, and I hope you guys have been enjoying it. So definitely let me know if you like this content by giving it a subscribe. So body type #1 that we're going to discuss is the apple shape. This shape is generally categorized by thinner legs. Most of your weight is going to be distributed in your midsection, giving you that kind of plump apple shape in the middle across the tummy and a little bit around the hips. And so the first celebrity example I'm going to use for this body type, some of you may not agree, but just walk with me for a second, is Kate Upton. Model, beautiful, very slender. And I know when we think apple shape, sometimes we don't necessarily think of a slender frame, but it really has to do with the bone structure and your distribution of fat. And as you can see by this photo here, Kate has slender legs, she has a tall frame, but she has these beautiful wider hip bones that create that rounded shape and a little bit of extra, she's literally a model, but you know what I'm saying. All the fat tends to congregate there when you are an apple body shape, and your bone structure supports that congregation of fat and being more plump in the middle section of your body. Your shoulders aren't broad, your bum isn't necessarily big, so Everything is more towards the middle of the body there. Now let's start with the don'ts first. In this blue gown here, Kate obviously looks stunning, but when you're an apple body shape, you need to create structure in different areas of the body to even out and redistribute the way the weight looks. Generally, we'd like to avoid things that are kind of like that bodycon type of silhouette. You don't want it to cling from head to toe, right? We need to create a balance of volume and tightness on the body as to not accentuate the body shape in the midsection, and just redistribute things in a way that makes more sense and is more visually balanced. And in this blue dress, I love the idea of the shoulder pads to add more volume up top, which will make the midsection look smaller. And I love the idea of the volume on the bottom as it's flaring out in that trumpet style. But I think it would have looked better if the volume began higher up under the midsection here, or sorry, under the bust. So empire waistlines would be good on this type of body type because it's going to cinch in here and then flow away from the body, so as to not cling to the midsection. Or even at the smallest part of the waist, cinching in down here and then flowing out from there. But again, just wanting to not cling so much to the midsection for this particular body shape. Now in this next floral look from Kate Street Style, this is a really great option for this body type. One, because of the pattern. Whenever you're trying to camouflage something, patterns do a really great job of distracting the eye. So the bold pattern works great for her here. And then also the movement on the bottom half of the dress, that A-line dress type of style does a really good job of creating that natural hourglass shape where it doesn't necessarily naturally exist. So if you are someone with an apple body shape, I would definitely recommend looking to Kate Upton or other celebrities with that body shape to learn a little bit about the silhouettes that may work best for you, especially when it comes to red carpet looks. And for this particular tip of looking to celebrities as inspiration, I would definitely say don't pay so much attention to these celebrities when they're in roles, like in movies, at a concert, performing, that kind of thing, because usually they're dressed to match whatever's going on with the character in the role. And costume designers are using the clothes to tell the story, not necessarily to flatter the actress. So look more to red carpet looks, street style events where they're out of character because they're going to be dressing for themselves to make themselves look the best as possible. So yeah, if you're an apple shape, I would definitely recommend Googling apple body type celebrities and find some examples. And obviously we don't want to just copy someone else's style. It's all about finding the cuts, the silhouettes, the types of looks, and how to put pieces together so that you can best flatter your body type. And speaking of styling yourself, before we move on to rectangle, if you guys haven't heard already over on my Instagram, but I have recently launched a new at-home styling guide called Cinched. It's really exciting. I am so excited to share this with you guys. I put so much, I don't want to say blood, sweat, and tears, but blood, sweat, and tears into this. It's beautifully designed. I'm really proud of it. And it's essentially a guide to dressing 5 common body type challenges and the complementary solutions. So in Cinched, we cover how to dress long and short legs, how to dress big and small busts, how to dress and flatter your midsection, how to deal with arm insecurities, and how to dress your arms in a way that is really flattering and comfortable for you. And then of course we cover how to make your ass look amazing. So those apple bottom flattering jeans, how to dress your bum to be beautiful, and everything we want in a good butt. So we cover those 5 areas of the body with actionable, easy, clear-cut tips, no fluff, no BS, straight to the point. And I love this because you can have it on your phone with you, you can take it shopping with you so you can figure out how to dress your body type better. You can use it while you're online shopping. And these kind of things really help us save time, help us curate our look, help us feel better about ourselves. And the guide also includes some mindset work, some affirmations to get you in the headspace of pouring into yourself, being seen and heard in all of your greatness and your beauty and your glory. So I think it's a great guide. I'd use it, but I'm biased because I made it, so. But you can get that. The link is in the description. It's also linked on my Instagram if you follow me over there. And get cinched. On to body shape number 2, and that's gonna be the rectangle. The celebrity examples for this body type are gonna be Gabrielle Union and Cameron Diaz. 2 lovely ladies, gotta love them. And this body type, as you can tell by these photos, is generally pretty straight up and down, right? The width between your shoulders, your waist, and your hips is all pretty much the same. And I feel like a lot of rectangle body types kind of don't love that. They wish they had more of this or more of that, or they feel really flat or boyish. But obviously every body type is beautiful and has its own unique pros and cons. And this body type is considered the model body type, right? Because you can create so many different shapes and structures on your blank canvas of a frame, right? So you have the most leeway, you have the most wiggle room and playroom with your clothes when you're trying to create different shapes, structures, silhouettes. I've always wished that I had a body type more like this, because you can wear pretty much anything. You can really wear almost anything, and it's really just versatile if you're into fashion, or even if you're not into fashion. If you generally don't know what to wear, it's gonna be an easier body type to dress. Would you guys wanna see a deep dive on each individual body type? I'd love to do a whole video so we can really get into the weeds. Let me know in the comments which one you'd like to see the most and what tips you need in that kind of video. So I'd love to do that. Let's go deeper into the rectangle shape. Let's do some comparisons with Gabrielle Union's fashion. So in this brown look here, Gabby, as if I know her, what? Gabrielle looks amazing, right? She is looking like a tall glass of water, and that's kind of the theme with the rectangle body shapes, right? You have these long, lovely lines, and we want our clothes to follow those lines, right? Both the peacoat and the long line of the midi maxi dress follow her natural frame and mimic that, right? So everything feels very cohesive and in harmony with one another. And I think this kind of coat for the rectangle body shape is great. It does a few things really well. First, the shoulder pads at the top help to widen the shoulders, right? So with the rectangle look we talked about, all the measurements are the same. So when we add the volume on the shoulders, it widens them, which makes Gabrielle's waist look smaller. The jacket is also not super boxy, right? Sometimes we see blazers and coats and jackets that are super fitted to the body or super bulky and boxy, like the boxy baggy blazer trend that's been going for a couple of years now. This jacket is a really nice in-between. It's long, it's lean. The lines of the lapels going down the body just cinch it in a really simple and not over-exaggerated way, which looks amazing. It's also tailored to the body frame. It's tailored to her sides in a way that's not too tight, but it's also not too boxy, and it falls on whatever curves that she does have. You can see it falling down, draping her hip in a really nice way. I just think it's absolutely stunning. And also I love how on the dress, it hits her right at a perfect spot. It has a little fringe action at the bottom, so it has some movement there. And that movement helps create a little bit of volume at the bottom half to create more of that hourglass effect where it isn't. So the combination of the shoulder pads and the fringe at the bottom and the well-tailored jacket helps to create this really elegant silhouette on her, as opposed to just being straight up and down. And I think with the rectangle body types, at least with my clients, that they've told me what they want to do and how they want to go. Some people like to lean in to the harsh lines, and others really want to soften that up. And I think that's what Gabrielle accomplished in that brown look. Oh, and the V-neck that she has on, stunning for this shape. It really just, the V, whether it's a lapel like this on a blazer or a V neckline, it draws the eye in, right? So again, everything's drawing in to focus on the most narrow part of the body, the waist, and create that hourglass figure on her, which looks so beautiful. And of course, she is thinner and I don't want to say flatter, but like, she's smaller in the chest area. So she can really pull off that plunging deep V without it being overdone or too much. And just looks super elegant and classy and stunning. So if you have that rectangle body shape, scoop necks and V-necks are gonna be great for you. Now, keep that image in your head. This next look infuriates me because she's stunning. The high pony is high ponying, it's great. But yes, it chops up her body in the worst possible ways, literally. The way the gauchos are falling, these wide leg freaking gauchos, they're cutting her off in the middle of the shin. They've taken her long, luxurious legs and just chopped them. So now they're stumpier and more stout. The sweater is hitting her at the widest part of the hip. It is creating literally a square boxy effect on top of the square boxy effect that the gauchos are creating. And she just looks really truncated, right? One chunk here, one chunk here. There's no flow between the lines, right? And that's really not great because she doesn't have any curves, really, like over-exaggerated curves like an hourglass or pear shape to create flow between the different parts of the body. And then the jacket, I hate the jacket because it's hideous, but also it's not doing anything for her frame. It's not really doing anything for the outfit either. And the only thing it's doing is, like I said earlier, the lapels, they're helping to draw the eye inward a little bit, so it has that going for it. But the other two bits of the outfit, the gauchos and the sweater, are just so boxy, so chunky. She doesn't look long and lean anymore. It's doing nothing for her. Now, if it was me, I would have made the pants high-waisted and done a cropped sweater or a belted sweater in order to draw the eye in more and to give her back a little bit more of that length down the midline of the body. So yeah, if you are a rectangle body shape, let me know down in the comments, what do you struggle with? What do you love about your shape? What are some of your favorite articles of clothing that make you feel really good in your body shape? And definitely look to other celebrities who have great personal style to figure out what kind of looks will look good on you. Next is the lovely hourglass body shape. This one is, I think, one that a lot of women are trying to recreate all the time. It's the ideal body shape. It is characterized by the waist being the smallest measurement on the body. Usually a waist to hip ratio of 0.7, which you can calculate by doing your own measurements. Or if we were to get together for a virtual or in-home body type analysis and closet edit, I would do all those calculations for you. But it's also categorized by a larger chest, wider hips, and a bigger bum. And your chest, shoulders, and hips are kind of around the same measurements, and then the waist is just much smaller than all of those. And we all love Selma Hayek, right? She, for a lot of reasons, but she knows what she's doing when it comes to her body type. And the hourglass body type is, like, everyone wants it, but when it comes to fashion, it's actually the least versatile body type in a way, because you have so much going on already. You're not a blank canvas like the rectangle shape. So there's a lot less wiggle room if you care about being aesthetically pleasing and being flattering, right? So you look best in clothes that are going to be more form-fitting, more following the natural lines of the body. You want to avoid too much bulk, too much structure, too many harsh lines, because it's out of harmony with your body shape. And too much baggy, bulky things will just make you look bigger than you are, because the clothing is draping over your curves and not cinching in or hitting on the smallest parts of your body. So as you can see in this example with Selma Hayek on the red carpet, she just looks stunning, and this dress hits on a lot of key points and styling tips for Hourglass that I love. So of course, the belts, the ties, the wrap dress type of things. Peplum is also another great thing for the Hourglass body type. Cinches you in at your smallest part, allowing you to show off the lines of your body. Lower necklines are also great for this body type, especially if you have a larger chest. In particular, I know from personal experience, whenever you try to hide your larger chest, it just ends up looking bigger because the high necklines, the turtlenecks, they just accentuate what's there and you look bigger than you are. So the lower necklines doesn't have to be super plunging, but show some collarbone, show some décolletage so that your silhouette can breathe right here. The dress also does a great job with the pleats around the waist, creating a little bit of extra volume, adding to the hip area while still keeping her cinched at the waist. So it really is exaggerating her natural figure instead of going against it. Really, really, really stunning. It was honestly hard to find a unflattering photo of Selma Hayek in any kind of way because she just knows what she's doing. So sorry, Kimmy, but I had to use a Kim Kardashian example for what not to do here. I was saying for the Hourglass, it's generally better to avoid big, baggy, bulky looks because they're not clinging to the body in a way that's flattering. They're glazing over your smallest parts and making you look bigger than you are. So as you can see in this sweatsuit here, not a great color for Kim. Also, it's just adding bulk. We all know Kim Kardashian looks so much better than this, but the bulky fabric, the thick fabric, the bagginess of it all, it's not really following the line of her Hourglass frame, which is what is recommended. But when you see her in this outfit here with the pink and white, it's another casual outfit, but it's just a little more form-fitting. It's a little more clinging to the body. And so she can show off her curves while still being quite modest, but you're allowing the eye to see the smaller parts of the body and the differences there, so you're not just swallowed by fabric. And I will say for the Hourglass as well, it doesn't even have to be as exaggerated as Kim Kardashian or Selma Hayek. They are very voluptuous, more leaning towards extreme examples, but Hourglass can still be more subdued as well. So definitely look for some additional celebrity examples if these were a little bit too extreme for you, and look to those as fashion inspiration, and obviously making your own, make it more authentic to you, but this should help hone in on some exact styles and silhouettes that will work for you. Okay guys, and that's it for part 1 of this video. Please be sure to like and subscribe if you're ready for part 2, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.